ERC file, and your tax payment estimate is quick, easy, and free. That's 833-ERC file to qualify you and your business for up to $26,000 per employee of free federal aid. Call us now at 833-ERC-FILE. That's 833-ERC-FILE.
Hi, Doug Andrew here. Sport question. Did you or someone you know lose money in the market in 2008? Do you think a crash like that will happen again? Do you want to have what happened to your money last time happen again? What are you doing differently to prevent that? If your retirement savings are invested in the market, reposition that money and protect it from losses sooner than later. Learn how to make money safely with little to no downside risk. Join us for one of 5 Retire by Design workshops. We're coming to teach free workshops in Morgan Hill, Palo Alto, Danville, Orinda, and Burlingame, Wednesday through Friday, May 17th through the 19th. Call now to register and get details. 1-888-73-RADIO. That's 1-888-73-RADIO, which is 1-888-737-2346, which is 1-888-737-2346.
Officer Tatum Show. 844-900-7243. That's 844-900-7243. All right, Nora, you're coming up next. Let me just first talk to you about Food for the Poor. Let me take a quick moment to remind you that today is the last day of Brandon's annual spring campaign for Food for the Poor, and as such, many of you who have already made very generous gifts and donations to the Officer Tatum Show and across our Salem Talk shows. And as a result of those gifts, we'll be able to feed over 5,000 hungry kids, 2 meals a day for an entire year. We're so grateful for you and your generosity right here. And I hope if you haven't yet had an opportunity to join us, you will consider giving a gift today on our last day of this effort. We're rushing urgently needed food for the 17 countries that Food for the Poor serves all year round in the Caribbean and throughout Central America, literally the poorest of the poor. Severe drought and famine are threatening the lives of children and families, and the situation is especially hard on kids. Nearly half of Honduran children under 5 are suffering from chronic malnutrition, but you and I can help feed those kids with a gift in any amount today to Food for the Poor. Just go to theofficertatum.com and please click on the Give Food Gift Life banner, or you can phone your gift in to 855-918-4673, 855-918-4673. That's now 855-9180. Thanks to a generous matching gift, just $72 will feed 2 hungry children in Honduras a nutritious meal twice a day for 4 years. $144 with no rent. 4 kids for an entire year, 2 meals a day. If you'd like to text the word Tatum to 91999, and we'll send you a link to make your donation easy. All right, so you do the math. How many lives will you save today? Remember, our campaign is one of the primary lifelines for starving kids throughout Central America. Please go right now on this final day to Brandon's campaign or give today to officertatum.com. Make your best gift, please, to help us save lives for our friends at Food for the Poor. All right, guys, just a real quick update on this thing that's serious. Apparently, one American defense contractor drone. 5 soldiers have been injured. To what extent, we don't know, but sadly, whenever you hear of soldiers injured, it never seems to be tiny injuries. Kerry Lake scores a win in Arizona. I'll get to that, but first let me go to Nora. Nora has been waiting patiently. Nora is in Philly. Nora, welcome to the Officer Tatum Show. You got the mic.
Well, you got that right, Carl. I've been waiting patiently. I'm like, Laura, what? Hey, Carl, what's up, Carl?
How you doing, Nora?
I'm blessed, man. It's always good to hear you. And you one thing. I look for Carl Jackson on the Awesome Potato Show. Now, with that being said, you're welcome. I totally agree with many of the things, most of what you said about your wish list. 100% agree with you on that. That man, Frank's son Taj, we have physical fathers and physical mothers, but God is our God. He's our father, mother, and, God is all in all to every one of us. Man, you are the head of your wife, whether she acknowledges the fact that you are her head, and Jesus is your head. The church of the living God is in Christ Jesus. External church is outside of the kingdom of God that's coming. When we get up and get dressed and go, I don't go to a man-made church anymore. But the church of God is in Christ Jesus. That's the eternal church, the foundation that was once eternal. Now, getting on Trump and DeSantis, God has ordained Donald Trump, and he's a spiritual. It ain't about, what Trump has done. He has a proven ground record. But God, it's all about the will of God, and that's my freedom list. We have the Lord. The Bible says, "He who has Jesus, who has set free, is free indeed." So our freedom comes from God in Jesus Christ. It ain't got. God has orchestrated and ordained every single thing that we see that's going on in the earth. It's already been spoken and purposed. Man can't change one iota. God is in the
Okay, well, let me say this, Lord. Give me something, and you're free to call in and say, hey, I want your pension, but I want something on the wish list. I'm sorry. No. Give me one practical thing you want Trump to do. That we are to be involved in the voting process. I'm sorry, Romans 13 makes that clear. All right, so what do you want Trump to do? Give me something.
Isaiah 59, verse 8 tells us that God, he said, unto us a child of
Nora, I love you. Give me one thing you want Trump to accomplish.
The will of God.
All right, Nora, I love you. I appreciate you commenting. All right. Nora's like, the will of God, you idiot. All right. Let's go to Bob. Bob has been waiting in Minnesota. Bob, welcome to Bob. Yeah, Nora. What's the problem?
Whatever it is, I hope it's in that column on the checklist. My hope is what I'd like to see is the elimination of all drug laws, period. With the obvious exception of, don't sell drugs to minors. But, and so why? Because, first of all, our drug laws aren't working. Drugs are destroying a lot of lives in a lot of communities, but the drug laws aren't working. And at the same time, the drug laws are making drugs very expensive, and that's causing corruption all through the United States, all through South America, and that's contributing to the border crisis because people are trying to get out of those corrupt countries. Which this may not solve all the corruption, but it'll cut the drug money, billions and billions of drug money. And finally, we're spending billions and billions, on the prison system and extra policing, and then you've got it's not just the black community, but what they say some high percentage of young black men find themselves incarcerated.
All right, so let me
Okay.
So let me address this, James. Bob, I'm sorry because we only have we have less than a minute left. And listen, this is your wish list, so you vote for whom you want to vote for. That's something you want to push for. I'm not a fan of drugs, biblically speaking. I'm just coming from a biblical perspective. I believe that men should be sober and sober-minded. Also, I would say this, and I think it's making men silly. There's a big lie when it comes to what's happening with the jails and sentencing. Oftentimes, men plead down That is a very false narrative. And if you want to stop the drug problem, just seal the freaking border. That'll do most of the work right there. All right, we'll be back. More. I'm Carl Jackson in for the Officer Data.
Dr. Gorka here, and I want to talk to you for a minute about 100% drug-free Relief Factor. I've been taking Relief Factor for years now to help me deal with pain in my body. My wife takes it as well. The reason we tell everyone we know about it is simple. We found it really works to help our bodies fight off the inflammation that causes aches and pains. Whether it's the pain of injuries you've sustained or just the natural pains from the mileage over the years, Relief Factor can help. I've never looked back. Almost 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it works for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. That's relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. Feel the difference.
You're smart, you're busy, you don't have time to waste on the mainstream media cycle. Salem News Channel breaks the cycle. Topics that matter from hosts worth watching. Dennis D'Souza, Andrew Wilkow, Brandon Tatum, and more. Open debate and free speech you won't find anywhere else. Salem News Channel, not like the other kind. Watch anytime on any screen, free, 24/7. Find everything you need to know at snc.tv. That's snc.tv.
Want to be as healthy and happy as you can be in 2023? Tune in to the healthiest hour on radio. Hi, it's the Snowman inviting you to join us this Saturday morning for a stellar lineup of guests and information to help you get into the best shape of your life while increasing your energy and losing a few pounds in the process. Make those New Year's resolutions stick by sticking with us all year long to keep your mind and body healthy and strong. It's Stephen Snow on Dr. Health Radio this Saturday morning at 9 here on 860 AM. The Answer.
This is Dennis Prager inviting you to join me for a memorable travel opportunity that will be a highlight of your life. Mike Gallagher and I are headed again back to Israel in October for the Stand with Israel tour. Join us along with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll visit key sites in the Holy Land, thoughtfully designed to give you unprecedented access to a region you may have only read about. Visit standwithisraeltour.com for details. We'll uncover important geopolitical sites and show you Israel's significance on the world stage. You'll step foot on the ancient streets of Jerusalem, sail the Sea of Galilee, pray at the Western Wall, and much more. We'll have guides specifically for our group, lavish accommodations, and I will even broadcast my show from Israel. No other trip will be like the Stand with Israel tour. Come with Mike Gallagher and me this October. Register today. Call 855-565-5519, 855-565-5519, or just go to standwithisraeltour.com, standwithisraeltour.com.
If you're with Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, you're paying too much for your wireless service. Because Pure Talk gives you the exact same 5G coverage as one of those big carriers on the exact same network, but saves the average family over $800 a year. And Pure Talk doesn't lock you into an overpriced, unlimited data contract. Why pay for data you don't need? Instead, get unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month. And switching is so easy. You can keep your phone and keep your number, or get huge discounts on the latest iPhones and Androids. So what are you waiting for? Start saving today. Go to puretalk.com, type in your address to find the coverage at your home, then enter promo code HALF-OFF, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. That's puretalk.com, promo code HALF-OFF. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless.
Officer Tatum Show. 844-900-7243. That's 844-900-7243.
Hi, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. Let me talk to you about the real Anthony Fauci. Bobby Kennedy Jr. and others exposed the harmful health system and understand Anthony Fauci's role in shaping the AIDS and COVID-19 epidemics. Watch The Real Anthony Fauci now at salemnow.com, salemnow.com, salemnow.com. Oh, man, that's going to be fabulous. I cannot wait to see that myself. All right, before I go back to the calls, the number to call in, 844-900-7243. What do you want on your freedom wish list? 844-900-7243. Anyway, I was going to go back to something Nora said, but I won't. I love Nora. I love her being out there and listening. All right, let me just share this. Arkansas enacts law requiring the use of school bathrooms by biological sex. I love this. So Arkansas governor had to forget, man, this from Just the News. I love this story. I actually read it earlier in the week, completely forgot about it. But Sarah Huckabee Sanders is putting in some work. Guys, let me say this, because I was going to go through this column. I simply won't have time, but it's on the Federalist. I'm going to see if I can get the writer on next week. But we're under the impression, the reason why Governor DeSantis is so popular as a governor is because there's 22 states that have state legislatures, senators, House members. All right, so they have a trifecta. But if you go through all 22 states, I can break down, and this guy did a breakdown of just how whack they're all performing compared to Governor DeSantis. And this is what makes him a leader. For me right now, I'm like, hey, I can take Trump or DeSantis. My preference would be Trump. I'm not mad at DeSantis, all right? But what I want more than anything is for we the people to stand up and demand what we want from these people. And one of the places you can start is by contacting your own state officials. I mean, this article breaks down, you start understanding why Governor DeSantis is so popular. Here in Florida, we're spoiled. We actually complain about stuff that he's not doing here. And then I look at this list with the other 22 states that have a trifecta, and it's like, holy moly, they are bowing down to the woke left like nobody's business. Some of the states, including Idaho and Oklahoma, are allowing illegals to get driver's license. It's insane, and they got trifectas too. So it's one of these things where even in states where Republicans have a trifecta, courage is still lacking. It's amazing. It's so easy to be popular if they would do some of the things that DeSantis isn't doing. And that's where you come in, because you might live in one of these 22 states. I saw Carol Swain, Dr. Carol Swain, on Facebook earlier today, and she was like, man, I wish I lived in a red state. And one person commented, Dr. Swain, you live in Tennessee. And she said, yeah, open finance. Exactly. So you get these weak-kneed Republicans that won't do anything. Now, that's the case there. In Idaho, in Oklahoma, that's not the case. It's amazing how weak Republicans are, because they bow down to the woke mob. They bow down to the secular left. It's absolutely astonishing to me. All right, let's go back to let me just finish up with this. And I promise, James, Jonathan, I'll get to you in just a second here. Okay, so again, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is putting in work. We need more governors like this. Now, they passed a law where the law imposes a minimum of a $1,000 fine on superintendents, principals, and teachers who violate it. The law encompasses, quote, multiple occupancy restroom or changing areas. All right, so no more dudes in girls' bathrooms. I'm sorry, testicular Tina cannot go into a girl's bathroom just because he thinks he's a girl. And it would be wise for Victoria Vagina not to go.
With SRN News, I'm Ron DeRockstra. A medical helicopter responding to a call of a hiker with breathing problems crashed Sunday in Alabama. Authorities say 2 crew members died. The third aboard the helicopter was taken to a hospital. An explosion tore through a cafe in Russia's second-largest city, killing a well-known military blogger and strident supporter of the war in Ukraine. Some reports say a bomb was embedded in a bust of a blogger that was given to him as a gift. Companies from toothpaste makers to beauty chains are adding more premium items as they reach out to wealthier